It's been a few weeks since the glory days of Hero February, and I miss it, man. So let's celebrate Hero Factory, but in March. Let's talk about creations inspired by this marvelous LEGO theme. Hero Factory and Hero February return for a brief, fleeting moment. Let's do it one more time. Kicking it off with this exceptional revamp of Breeze. This is made by Spiraling Man Toro. There's a wonderful energy to the back decorations on this revamp. Yeah, sometimes a MOC will look a bit unfinished, and you take a look and you say, okay, does it need a cape? Does it need wings? And sometimes that's all it needs to round it off and finish it. But I don't know, sometimes wings don't really fit the vibe that you're going for. So going for something that's a little more abstract, like a big trans red X on the back, that's cool. That's exactly what this needed. It kind of vaguely looks like wings, it also kind of doesn't. I like it. And yeah, placing these tech blade pieces, which by the way originated from some Ninjago sets from back in the day. Back in the day, I think it was like 5 years ago. But still, these pieces are still around today. You see them in all sorts of different colors, different sets. They're great. But something about the texture and the color of this piece, it does fit in well with Breeze's like hexagonal shield on her arm. They're an unexpectedly beautiful pairing that just works. The shape, the textures, the colors, they're not like identical. It's not an exact match, but I like it. It still fits. I like seeing pieces like that were made at very different times, but yet they feel like they were made with each other in mind. And one of my favorite new LEGO pieces is right here on the crotch. This piece, I guess one of the more modern sets it appears in white, would be this, was it a gift with purchase? I can't remember. Anyway, this little Disney TV. You can see how it's being used here to create the logo. These pieces are great. They tie in very well with a lot of the dots quarter tiles, and they allow you to kind of, place pieces on the diagonal like this. It's a very versatile piece with super interesting geometry. But when you place it on its side, you get a shape that is unlike any other LEGO piece. It's so distinct. And I think that looks amazing right there on the waist. It's a good way to just round it off a little bit, armor it up in a very light way. It's not too, dominating. It looks good. I really like that piece. It's nowhere near as common as it should be. The enhanced blaster is brilliant. 3 barrels on the front. Heck yeah. This is a good version of Breeze. But it is worth mentioning, Spiraling Man Toro, the person that made this, they've been posting a bunch of Hero Factory revamps and character builds on their Instagram. There'll be a link below, go and check it out. There's some really, really nice stuff. Lots of stuff and it's all high quality. Sweet. Go and check it out, links below. The next creation, this is very appropriate because remember, Breeze did fight this character during Breakout. It's Thornraxx, and this is made by WowBlock. Now of course, I like the original design. I said last month in Hero February in a couple videos that, well, Hero Factory made a lot of sets that were humanoid. We didn't actually see a huge amount of animal characters or bugs, insects, whatever. So whenever the sets did that, they deviated from a more, two-legged, two-armed design. It was nice. And Thornraxx, I think, does it very well. So yeah, okay, it's a shame that this is no longer the case on this MOC. Now it's back to humanoid designs. But I don't know, there is something about this appearance. A big, buff, 4-armed bug. I don't know, that's scary and that's cool. It just works. Plus, as nice as that original is, it is a little bit hard to pose it unless you put a stand underneath it. So at least this fixes that problem. Posability will be so much easier. Something else that works well here is this printed armor shell. The colors on this and the pattern, well, they come from this Invasion from Below kaiju. It's Splatterbeast. It turns out the colors on this are a perfect match. And actually, even the pattern on this, it kind of resembles the look of a bug's carapace. It's kind of like this was meant to be. Speaking of which, what a great idea to use brick separators for the wings. If you're like me and you're like countless other people in the LEGO community, you have hundreds of brick separators. Yeah, they come in essentially every LEGO set. So if you buy even just, 4 or 5 LEGO sets, which is still a lot of LEGO sets, but still, no matter how many sets you buy, you're gonna end up with some spares. So it's nice to see these not just sitting in a tub somewhere. No, you put them on a MOC. And you know what? They look so good right here. Because I think the new armor style on this MOC, it's very sleek, agile, there's a lot of sharp, pointed textures. And I think these wings fit that vibe a little bit better than the original wings would have. They look good on the set, I don't know if they would have looked as good here. These look just that little bit more robotic. It works. Plus, if I'm honest, I see a lot of people using brick separators and they really just sort of shoehorn it into a creation. It just doesn't work. But this, it does. It's not obvious that it's a brick separator, it doesn't feel out of place. You're just focusing on one side of it, it merges with the other orange, it's a perfect fit. This is good, really good. But you might look at this and say, well, maybe the wings should be a little bit bigger. I don't know if they need to be, because he's got some jet boosters on his legs. That's going to help him fly around with even more speed and precision. Nice. Patron is next, and this is AugTech Ignatius Mender. Right off the bat, I have to point out the fact that this MOC changes colors. Obviously, it requires you just simply swapping out the pieces. It's not like it's a built-in play feature, which would be sick if that was, but that's okay, it doesn't need to be. You don't see people utilizing the fact that you can just swap out colors on a MOC all that much. It's a simple enough thing to do, and look at how cool it looks. And if you can make it tie into the story or the powers of the character, even better. And you can kind of see that here. The weapon does change ever so slightly. Now we see it with this nice printed 1x1 rounded brick. This is the same one that came in some Overwatch sets. So, it almost looks like he's shooting out some sort of like health stim that will heal you in battle. That's cool, that feels fresh out of Overwatch. We see the trans green here, maybe it helps out with the character's flying abilities. That could be cool. And actually, it's great to see this trans clear stand. This piece has been popping up in sets more and more these days. The 2026 Cornish Pixie, this one, you can see that it uses it here. It's a very sturdy, big, strong element. And this is proof that if you just integrate it into your Bionicles, it's a great way to have them flying up in the air and an awesome way to display your set. Well, not even your set, this is a MOC, but you know what I mean. A set, a MOC, whatever, it's gonna look good with this stand. It's certainly worth picking up some of these pieces and seeing how you can integrate them. You may also notice this printed piece right here on the arm. It's just one element, but dude, it transforms it. A little data pad on the arm. Sweet! This comes from the Chirrut Imwe Rogue One Star Wars Ultra Build set. A lot of the official imagery kind of covered up this piece, so you might not even know that it came on this set. But it's such a good element. It's one little tiny addition that can add so much. Something else I love is the inclusion of some light grey bones to look like pistons on the torso. Hey, this would also add a bit of waist articulation too, and that is always a bonus. This MOC is actually a part of a little trio, a little team of heroes. Patron put these together for Hero February, and yeah, man, it's nice to see these MOCs individually, they're great. But seeing them teamed up together as a little squad? Dude, nothing better than a team of Hero Factory heroes. Speaking of teams, speaking of trios, this last creation is by Paulx MOC Building, and it's a combiner for the sets Evo, Inferno, and Breeze 2.0. I see people saying all the time, hey, I want to build more, but I just don't have the pieces. Understandable, but there are other solutions. Just with taking 3 relatively small sets, look at how you can take those pieces and repurpose them to build something sick. I love how we've taken 2 of those torso pieces, shoved them on the arms, and now that kind of flows down neatly into the weapons. It looks like he's just strapped on these big heavy-duty blasters onto both arms, and it's bulked him up, and he's ready for battle. Sick. What an exceptional, bulky design. We've got some additional cannons coming out of the back, the simple addition of putting in some of these lightsaber bars into the top of the heads. That's a good way to make little tiny cannons, little laser guns. And I'm fascinated by the layering and the armor on the legs. Now, the choice to kind of build it backwards like this, really bend it around, and doing so adds in a few more connection points, and it lets you pack in a bunch of armor. The way it's all put together in a really compact, satisfying way, dang, that's nice. Yeah, doesn't seeing something like this just make you want to pick up 2, 3, 4 sets, take them apart, and build something only using those pieces? It's a fun challenge and you can end up with some pretty great results, like this. And that was a brief trip down memory lane. That was for you, Hero February. I miss you tons. But yeah, why am I missing it? Every day can be Hero Factory Day. We don't have to just celebrate it in February. In fact, I'm probably going to do that. You're going to see Hero Factory videos all throughout the rest of the year, so don't worry. Hero February, Hero Factory, it's not dead. It can live on through us when we build MOCs all the frickin' time. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll have some more Hero Factory videos coming out real soon. In the meantime, check out the links below. There you can see more from the builders I featured today, and maybe you can get a little bit more inspiration for some Hero Factory stuff that you can make yourself. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy building, and bye for now. So how about that One Piece live action season 2 on Netflix? Ooh, baby.